Austin, back on the channel again. Another top deck profile. Can you just tell us how? How do you keep topping?
I just play a lot of decks people don't know how to out, I guess. I don't know. I play a lot of road decks.
Fair enough. All right. Stay up on the current meta. So, tell us what you played and how it did.
So I ended up playing Yubel. You could call it Yubel Unchained, I guess. I went 4-0 Thursday. Got first place. Won a box of battles.
Wow. Solid. Well, let's get into the deck profile. Let's see all that spice that you're talking about here.
All right. So we'll start out with the main engine, the Yubel monsters. I play 3 Spirit of Yubel. This is one of your main starters in the deck. If you don't know what it does, when she is special summoned, she can add a Yubel spell or trap. And then when she's destroyed, she can special summon the normal Yubel from anywhere. So the destruction effect is not a once per turn. So you can keep popping her, like bring her back, pop her, summon a Yubel. Like link them off, summon this back, pop her again, summon the Yubel back from the grave. She's also like a battle fader effect. When she's in the hand, when your opponent declares an attack, you can special summon her, and then if you have like Nightmare Pain out, they have to attack this. So she's one of your most important cards in the deck. And then you just play. I just play one of each. I don't play the level 12. I think the level 12 is too bricky. But if you don't know what these do, this is the OG Yubel. When an opponent attacks her, they take the damage. She also can't be destroyed by battle, and then when she dies, she special summons Incarnate. Incarnate has the same effects as Yubel, except for the only difference between these two is at the end phase, the normal Yubel will have to tribute 1 monster to stay on the field, and then Incarnate destroys everything. It's a Regeki, except for itself, which does come up. And then your normal summons, you gotta play 3 Lotus. This is your main starter. You can play just the Yubel engine with just this card. You can play Under Shifter with this card. What its effect is you tribute it for cost. Special a Yubel from your deck. So you special Spirit, and then you'll go off from there. Its end phase effect is while it's in the graveyard, on your end phase, it'll come back. And while it's on the field, when you control a Yubel, you can tribute this as cost, and then change your opponent's effect that they're activating from a monster to they destroy a Yubel you control. So it works with unaffected monsters because it changes the effect of the monster. It doesn't affect the monster. I don't understand that ruling, but that's how Konami says so. So it works under Sanguine, or the field spell for Tenpai. It works under that because usually they're unaffected, but this changes the effect. So for some reason that works. I don't know why. Well,
Thanks.
it comes up a lot.
Thanks, Konami.
Yeah.
Easy game.
It's one of those Konami said so kind of things. Play 3 Grave Spermer. Some lists play 2 of this. Some lists play 3. Some lists play 1. I think this is a mandatory 3 of, in my opinion, because this helps you dodge like imperms and veilers on your spirits and stuff like that. So what its effect is in the hand, it's just a free special summon if you control any fiend monster. And then when it's special summon, you can destroy a card on the field. So like if they go to imperm your spirit, if you have this in hand, you chain it to the imperm, and then you pop the spirit so it resolves. Its grave effect is pretty insane. You can banish this from the graveyard and special any 0/0 fiend also. Okay, it's just a free reborn. Also, he's a level 1, which matters. Play 3 Sacred Beasts. This is I guess you call it the Sacred Beast engine. If you don't know what those are, they're like the 3 god cards in GX, whatever. You just play this one. I've seen some lists playing like the level 1. I think the level 1 is too much of a brick. So I just play these. It'll grab the continuous spell, which I'll get to that later. But on normal summon, it grabs you the continuous spell, and then while this is on the field, it gives you an extra normal summon of a fiend. So you'll normal summon this, and then normal summon Lotus, and then full combo from there. Unchained Engine. I play one Shavara and one Shyama. So a lot of lists don't play the Shyama. I think it's good. It's iffy because it can be stuck in your hand, but I think the play to get out Wave King High Caesar is just way too strong of an end board. Wave King Caesar, if you don't know, is a solemn warning on legs, so it just negates anything that special summons a monster twice, not once per turn. And then Shavara, everybody should know what this does. It just pops a set card or a fiend you control quick by quick effect, and then when it goes to graveyard, it sets an Unchained card from your deck. And then you'll get this out from the deck from the trap you set off of this by popping it with the Yama or something like that.
I thought I had 4.
Hand traps, just triple Ash in the monster lineup. I only play Ash. I just wanted to keep the deck at 40 as much as possible. I'm thinking of putting in Veilers because I do run cross out. Ash, Imperm, and Veiler are probably the biggest hand traps you'll get hit with, especially in game 1. So that's the only reason this is in here. Plus it's generic, so. We go on to the spells. You gotta play triple Throne. One of the newer cards that have come out for Yubel. This card is insane. On activation, it adds a fiend with 0/0 from your deck to your hand, or you can destroy one from your deck, which that triggers all the Yubel monsters. So you'll get free stuff from that. And then when a Yubel monster leaves the field because of a card effect, you can add to your hand and then special summon one Yubel monster with a level higher or lower than the monster that left the field. So you just get infinite bodies with this card pretty much.
I don't really have to build.
Because like I want.
Man, I gave you the good joke.
Are there updates?
Your main win con of the deck is Nightmare Pain. Sorry. Nightmare Pain. What this does is it basically forces your opponent to attack your Yubel monsters. And then also you don't take any damage while this is on your field. Your opponent takes all the damage you're going to take. And then if you pair that with like the normal Yubel or Incarnate, they're taking double damage because this is going to burn them. Well, battle damage burn them. And then the Yubel is going to battle damage burn them also. So this is really your like easy OTK, well not OTK, but they'll end up killing themselves with this because they're forced to attack.
Your suicide OTK.
Yeah, that's whatever you want to call it. So I play Mature Chronicle. I was on the trap before Phantom came out. If you don't know what this does, it has a lot of different effects. Every time a monster is special summon that mentions Yubel, or is Yubel, is special summon to the field, you can add a counter on this card. The main effects you're going to use is remove 1, you can special a Yubel monster from your graveyard, or banishment, I believe. No, just graveyard. Okay, so you remove 1, you get a free reborn. 2, you get to add a banish card back from the banish pile to your hand. 3, you get to pop a card on the field. I don't remember what 4 does. I don't ever use 4. Oh, 4 is just destroy a card on the field. And then 5, you get to add Super Poly for free. So, and it's pretty easy to get to 5 because you have a bunch of monsters that list you though. And the reason I don't play the trap anymore is because I don't think you need the trap anymore with like Phantom and all that kind of stuff. Like, sure, the Super Poly part of it is cool, but the only really good part of the trap is the Reborn effect because it's going to force your opponent to attack the monster you summon. That's pretty much the only thing. If you keep your resources nice and easy, you should have a spirit in hand to get its special summon to the field regardless. So you won't need the extra reborn effect. And then continuing with the spells, we had the 2 opening of the spirit gates. This card is crazy. This is probably one of the best cards in the deck. It has 3 effects. When it's activated, you can add a card that mentions either 3 of the Sacred Beasts, which is going to be your Dark Beckoning Beast that I mentioned earlier. It's going to add that. While it's on the field, you can pitch a card for cost and target any monster with 0/0 in your graveyard and special summon it, non-targeting. And then this third effect, which only comes up if you need extra discard fodder, is while you control a level 10 monster on your field, you can add a continuous spell from your grave to your hand. So, like, you usually pitch the extra gates you get off the beast. You can just add it back for discard fodder with, like, Super Poly and stuff like that. That's the only time that really ever comes up, but it does come up. So I think playing 2 is correct. I was on 1 for a while, and then I was just missing the extra discard fodder, so I put the second one back in there. 3 Pot of Prosperities. This is just for consistency reasons. like I said, I play cross out in the main deck now, so what's up, dude? So this is just for consistency reasons. Usually you're only banishing 3 off of at least what I do is my list. I'm just trying to look for cross out or like a hand trap if I already have combo, something like that, or the field spell to keep going. Halving, like I said, halving the damage your opponent takes isn't really going to matter because they're usually attacking you on their turn. So it's not going to matter most of the time. And then Crossout. Crossout was actually really good to be in the tournament. I just wanted to try it out and see how it went. I crossed out Imperm, Ashes, stuff like that. So it was really good to me. I'm probably going to keep this in. I might add Valor in because Valor is a problem too. I just gotta find the room for it because I still want to keep the list at 40. Then one-up spells, play 1 Super Polymerization because you can search it off of Mature Chronicle. I don't think there's a reason to play 2. This is only super impactful if you're going second. Obviously, they have monsters on the board. It's a big threat. If you even have any Yubel monster on the field, because you play 1 Loving Defender, and Loving Defender is a Yubel plus any monster effects or monster effect monsters on the field as possible, so you can literally wipe a whole board with just 1 Super Poly. So the reason I play the 1 is for a threat of Super Poly. Like I said, you can get it off Mature Chronicle, you don't need it, but I just play the 1 because it's a big blowout. Terraforming, self-explanatory to get the field spell. Not really much to say about that. 1 for 1, get your Lotus. It can get you your Squirmers and stuff like that, so any of your powerful level 1s. Then we'll go to the traps. There's only 4 traps in here. You can play this, or you can play the Escape of the Unchained. I play Abominable because this is just a Reborn. So like if you're going against somebody and you think they're going to play like DD Crow or Bystials, this will help you dodge the DD Crow or Bystials because this is a non-targeting Reborn. Plus you'll have Yama, the Reborn, and stuff like that. So that's why I like playing this one because it just dodges more hand traps and stuff like that. And then the Imperms, cross out, and then basic negation. Pretty much the only reason I played it. The only reason I really played it is because of cross out. This and, like I said, Valor on Lotus is a really good choke point of the deck because Lotus isn't a quick effect to tag out, or it's attribute itself. So you pretty much always, if you get hit with this and you don't have a way to stop them, you probably just pass on Lotus. And then we'll go to the extra deck. The new card, Phantom of Yubel. This card is ridiculous. So this is a free contact from hand, graveyard, or field to make. It takes a Yubel monster plus any monster with 0/0, I believe. Yeah, a fiend with 0/0 attack and defense. So literally almost any card in your deck can make this for free. It's a monster negate. It basically does the same thing Lotus does, but it doesn't require a Yubel monster on the field. It tributes itself and changes the effect of the monster effect that your opponent activated to your opponent destroys a Yubel you control from anywhere, except Banish Zone. So you can destroy a spirit from your deck and then special summon a Yubel from anywhere. This card is crazy. Very hard to explain how crazy this is, but changing the effect of a monster is just ridiculous because, like, for Iggy's, they'll detach for cost, stuff like that, and it still resolves. This affects unaffected Noir because it just changes the effect. It hits the Tempai matchups because usually they're unaffected under the field spell. This doesn't matter. Phantom's crazy. And it's not once per turn to summon, so you can keep summoning it as long as you have the materials for it. Super Poly targets. I just play 3. These are usually when I'm banishing off of Prosperity, is these 3. If I don't feel like I need Super Poly, I'll just banish these 3. But generic, everybody knows what this is, everybody knows what Dragon is. And then Loving Defender Forever. Basically, easiest way to explain this is it takes any Yubel monster on the field plus any effect monsters on the field. So you can wipe a whole board as long as there's a Yubel you can use. And then its effect on field is it can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. Your opponent takes the damage that you would take instead. It can't be... and it also burns when it hits field. So depending on how much material this uses, you can burn your opponent for 500 times that amount. So like in time you can win games just off of this. Which is also why I like playing the Super Poly, because I can search for so many Yubel and then fuse in time. Unchained Engine, we got Yama, Rage, and then Anguish. I love Unchained. One of my favorite decks, so I have to play this engine. Yama's crazy. We should all know what this does too. Takes any 2 fiends. They can pop a card. It revives any monster from the graveyard when any card is destroyed, and then can pop a card on the field. And then obviously it searches Shavara, so that's really good. Rage is same thing, except it links with the opponent's monster, so you'll link it to SP and get this by itself is like 3 interruptions. So you'll link with a monster that's 1, you go into SP, banish a card that's 2, and then when your opponent activates a card effect, SP effect, banish again, that's 3 interruptions, pop 1 card. Anguish is okay. I only go into Anguish like when I get nibbed, so I can get the nib off their field and go into this. This is really good breaking boards going second, because this is basically Rage, but this isn't a quick effect. So this is only good on your turn. And then if these 2 die on the field at all, you can add any fiend from your grave back to your hand, which is your whole deck. Last Link 2s. You play SP Little Knight because of the Rage combo I just explained, plus it's generically good. Muckracker is a free reborn from the graveyard. You get locked into fiends, but it doesn't really matter all that much. This is how you make your crazy M board with Wave King now. You'll revive Shavara off of this after you have all your other setups, because it's only when you use her reborn effect is when you get locked. So you'll do all your other setups and then activate this, discard a card, summon Shavara, and then overlay the 2 6s for Wave King on the end of your board. And then I do play the Fire Princess line. I like going into this when I get hand trapped a lot, because this is just basically good interruption regardless of what's going on. This is like pop 2 regardless of what happens.
We're so bad, boys.
Basically, to do this, you just revive Shavara and then link into this. So Shavara is your only fire to do that. So, and then you'll have the trap, the Unchained trap set, so you can summon Rage back and stuff like that too, and just keep going that way. Apollosa. I never summon this, but in theory, it's good. Just engaging, I guess. Can't really say much about it if I'm to be honest. Never summoned it. And then the ACs, Wave King, High Caesar, and self-explanatory. It double warning on legs is pretty good. Not once per turn is pretty good. And then Volgrass, the new rank 10 that came out recently. This is like the only Omni Negate left in the game right now. It takes 2 level 10s. It has a lot of effects. When your opponent activates a card or effect, you can detach, negate the activation, and then you can detach again, pop a card on the field. You don't have to do that effect. And then when it battles, it can pop a card, and then when it dies, it pops a card. So it's like the Unchained Link 4 in that regards. It's also gigantic, 3,000, 3,000.
That is pretty big.
So I guess we're going to the side deck now. My side deck was a little weird for this event because I was just testing stuff out pretty much. I played 3-dimensional shifter. I mean, this is self-explanatory. I can play under this. I just play my Yubel cards. You don't really go to the Unchained because the Unchained you usually use the Grave a lot. So this is basically for the Yubel engine. Also to just blow out any cards. Also, like if your opponent, if you know they're on shifter, like I said, I play cross out. So going first, you can side one of these in, cross out the shifter, so you can play your full engine. And they're not expecting it, so most of the time they're gonna have a big deal, rough time dealing with it. This is one of the cards I was testing out. Phantasme. So like I said, Emperor and Veiler, any targeting negation is pretty rough for you on Lotus. So this protects it from the targeting protection. Also, it fixes your hands when you draw your, like you don't really want to draw Yubel or the Incarnate, so you can put them back with this. You can put back, like if you open up too many hand traps, you can put some back, get some engine. Just really all good around card. I think it came up like twice during the tournament that I used this, and it was really good when it did come up. So I might keep it in. I just got to do more testing with it. We got triple Ghost Ogre. This is just a good staple right now in the side deck or main deck. You could even main it. It's good against Tempai. It's good against Pearly. It's good against Yubel itself. Just really good hand trap right now. Plus a cross out target, if anything. So this is for when I know I'm going first. Triple skill drain. Basically, if you have skill drain out and at least one Yubel monster on the field, you can OTK your opponent with this. Because if you have Nightmare Pain out, Yubel monster, they're gonna take all the damage. You're not taking any damage at all. And then since your effects are negated, your bells are gonna die, and then you just keep floating into each other and keep crashing into your opponent's monsters. And they're taking all the damage. So just a cheeky win button going first, I guess. And then the last 3 are Harpies and Lightning Storm. Basic back row hate. Never really saw Lightning Storm. I saw Harpies, I think once, but it did win me that game. So, like I said, my side deck's pretty generic. If you're really scareful, you can keep a Harpies in the main deck for cross out. I know it's weird to keep a going second card in there, but like Harpies kind of hurts you a lot because it gets rid of your Nightmare Pain and your field spell all at once. Same thing with these, but I would recommend keeping this in. I just keep this. But yeah, that's the deck profile.
Right on. All right. And any shout outs for you?
Shout out Bailey Hill. Shout out Scally, you know, subscribe to it, man. And yeah, shout out Warehouse Gaming, one of the best locals in Indiana.
Heck yeah.
Shout out David Belong for helping me with this list and stuff like that. Yeah, that's about it.
Hey,
Shout out Unchanged for being the best fiend.
we're
But
fiending.
that's about it.
We're fiending over here. Well, hey, thanks for being on the channel again. And gosh, it's like a catchphrase now. I'll see you next time when you hit a first, undefeated.
I will be here hopefully.